Have you ever wondered what it really means to own an asset? For many people, the concept of an asset is associated with material things, a house, a new car, maybe even a collection of valuable objects. But what Robert Kiyosaki teaches is that the true value of an asset lies in its ability to generate wealth for you. In other words, an asset should be something that works for you, putting money in your pocket, instead of just taking up space and consuming your time and money. When Kiyosaki talks about assets, he is not talking about anything you own or acquire. He defines an asset as something that generates positive cash flow. That is, an asset is something that consistently puts money into your account without requiring much effort from you. It's not about owning something that appreciates over time, like a house, but about having something that works continuously to generate income. If you're thinking about buying something, ask yourself, will this put money in my pocket, or will it just consume my resources? An asset, in Kiyosaki's view, is something that will make you money, not spend it. And if you want to achieve true financial freedom, you need to focus on acquiring assets that create this constant flow of income for you. Now that you know what Kiyosaki considers an asset, it's essential to understand the big difference between assets and liabilities. Most people unfortunately confuse these two things. Many believe that owning property, a car, or even a house is an asset. However, these items often aren't really putting money in your pocket, but rather taking it out. Assets are anything that generates positive cash flow, that is, money coming in. Liabilities, on the other hand, are items or situations that take money out of your account without generating any return. For example, a house where you live doesn't generate any cash flow. On the contrary, it costs money every month with maintenance, taxes, and loans. Therefore, it's important to start questioning, what is really an asset? The property you own, for instance, is a liability unless you are renting it out and earning income from it. A rented property, on the other hand, becomes an asset as it generates a steady flow of money every month. This is the key to understanding Kiyosaki's mindset. Your assets should be able to generate money for you in a consistent and predictable manner rather than consuming your resources. The first asset Kiyosaki highlights is something that many people often underestimate: financial knowledge. Many believe that to make money and build wealth, all you need is a good business idea or to invest in real estate. But what Kiyosaki wants to teach is that knowledge is the greatest asset you can have. Investing in financial education can be the difference between success and failure in your financial life. When you learn how money works, how to invest intelligently, and how to avoid financial traps, you're creating a solid foundation for any other asset you want to acquire. And the best part is that knowledge can't be taken away from you. It's an intangible asset that continues to provide returns throughout your life. Think about it. How many people do you know who have money but don't know how to manage it? Often, they end up spending it all without really understanding what they're doing with their wealth. This happens because, without financial education, money is easily lost. The beauty of financial knowledge is that it enables you to make informed decisions about where to invest your money, how to create more sources of income, and how to avoid spending on things that aren't truly valuable. Books, courses, mentors, and even advice from those who have already achieved financial success are powerful investments. By investing in your learning, you're investing in something that will bring returns throughout your life. The second asset Kiyosaki highlights is building your own business or strategic active income sources. Owning your own business can be one of the most powerful ways to create wealth. Why? Because when you build something from scratch, you have full control over your income. However, Kiyosaki goes beyond that. He emphasizes the importance of business structures that work smartly, even without your constant presence. Having a business doesn't necessarily mean having a physical store or a traditional company. A business can be something digital, like an e-commerce site, a blog, or even a YouTube channel. The key is to create a business model that generates consistent cash flow, even when you're not physically present. This can include automating the sales process, hiring people to perform essential tasks, or establishing strategic partnerships to help scale your business. The advantage of owning a business is that it doesn't depend on a fixed salary. It can grow based on the efforts and vision you put into it. Additionally, smart businesses have the ability to create passive income. That is, once the business is established and automated, you can start reaping the benefits without the need to always be present. But the most important thing here is to understand that the power of consistent cash flow is what differentiates a good business from a mere income source. By creating something that continues to generate revenue even when you're not directly involved, you're creating a strategic asset. The third asset Kiyosaki highlights is investing in cash flow investments, which are the key to ensuring a stable passive income over time. These are investments that generate money continuously, month after month, without you having to be directly involved in the operation. Examples include rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, and royalties from products like books, music, or inventions. The great advantage of cash flow investments is that they don't require you to constantly work to generate returns. For example, with rental properties, once the property is rented out, it starts generating monthly passive income. The same goes for dividend-paying stocks. By investing in companies that distribute part of their profits to shareholders, you start receiving those dividends regularly. And if you have royalties from a book or product, you receive a portion of the sales of those creations every time they are sold. What makes these types of assets so powerful is that they offer predictable income. When you have investments like this, you can plan your financial future more securely because you already know that there is a constant flow of money coming in every month without needing to work actively for it. This is financial freedom, the ability to earn money even while you sleep or engage in other activities. This is a fundamental strategy for anyone who wants to achieve true financial freedom. The secret lies in building a portfolio of investments that generates this passive income, creating a constant cash flow over time. You are not just accumulating wealth, you're building a solid foundation for a more peaceful life, where money won't dictate your choices. The process requires patience, dedication, and above all, action. But remember, great achievements don't happen overnight. Every small step, every strategic decision is an investment in your future. So, keep focused and disciplined because the assets you are building now have the potential to completely transform your reality. Financial success is not about luck, it's about persistence and the right mindset. And you're already on the right path. Now let's talk about the 6-month mindset. Kiyosaki highlights the importance of focusing intensely on building or acquiring assets over a specific period, in this case, 6 months. This doesn't mean you'll achieve wealth overnight, but by focusing in a disciplined way and taking strategic actions during this time, you can make significant progress in building a more solid and profitable financial future. During this 6-month period, you should stay focused on building your assets. Don't get distracted by other temptations or opportunities that may arise unless they align with your goals. This time is the ideal moment to put into practice discipline and commitment to wealth creation without deviating from the plan. Kiyosaki believes that by working with a focused and aggressive short-term mindset, you can take a big step toward your financial freedom. The key to this is constant action and persistence. Don't expect results to appear immediately, but keep building your assets, learning, and adjusting your strategy as needed. And by the end of those 6 months, you will have developed a solid foundation on which you can continue to grow and expand your assets. So if you're starting now, think of the 6-month journey as a crucial starting point. Focus, work smartly, and use this time strategically to establish a solid path to your financial independence. On the journey to wealth creation, it's natural for mistakes to happen, but Kiyosaki warns about common mistakes that can sabotage asset creation and take you away from financial success. The first mistake is spending on liabilities, thinking they are assets. Many people fall into the trap of buying things that seem valuable, like expensive cars or luxurious properties, but in reality, they only drain your resources. These items, although they might seem like good investments, are actually liabilities because they require constant maintenance and don't generate cash flow. A new car, for example, loses value quickly and requires ongoing costs like insurance, fuel, and maintenance. A house where you live, although it might be a great asset, doesn't generate income automatically, making it a liability, not an asset. The key is to learn to distinguish between true assets, which generate money, and liabilities that only consume your money. The second mistake Kiyosaki highlights is the fear of taking risks. Many people are afraid to make quick decisions, invest, or start a new business because they fear failure. This fear can paralyze their actions and prevent them from taking advantage of valuable opportunities. Kiyosaki teaches that in order to achieve financial success, you must be willing to take risks and act quickly when opportunities arise. This doesn't mean acting recklessly, but rather having the courage to take the first steps and learn from mistakes along the way. These mistakes can delay your journey to wealth, but the important thing is to learn from them and keep moving forward. Financial success comes from a deep understanding of what an asset truly is and making quick, informed decisions to generate wealth. Now, we arrive at the crucial part, the quick action plan to achieve lasting wealth. Kiyosaki teaches that to create assets that guarantee your financial freedom, you can't wait for the perfect moment or external signals. The secret lies in acting quickly, making assertive decisions, and starting to build your asset base today. The first step of this action plan is to clearly define your financial goals. What do you want to achieve in the coming months or years? If your goal is to build a portfolio of assets that generates passive income, for example, start now. Decide to invest in financial education, look for good business opportunities, or acquire rental properties. But most importantly, define specific and measurable goals. The second step is to take action. It doesn't matter if you're starting with little. What matters is taking the first step. Many people waste time planning too much and end up not acting. Remember, taking action is more important than waiting for ideal conditions. Even if you're still learning, take the first step and adjust your strategy as you gain more experience. Additionally, Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of adjusting your plan as progress is made. The financial world is always changing, and new opportunities arise constantly. The key is to be ready to adjust your strategy quickly, rather than getting stuck on a single path. Finally, remember that success is not something that happens overnight. Asset building is a continuous journey, and by following this quick action plan, you'll be creating long-term wealth. If you are consistent and disciplined, your assets will grow and continue to generate income, creating a solid foundation for a peaceful financial future. With this plan, lasting wealth is not a distant dream. It's within your reach. As long as you start today and continue with focus and discipline, we're nearing the end of the journey, but remember, this is just the beginning of your financial transformation. Building wealth doesn't happen overnight, but with Kiyosaki's strategies, you have the tools necessary to make financial success a reality in your life. Many people dream of financial freedom, but few have the courage to act and make the right decisions. If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step. Now it's time to take the next, and the next, and the next. With consistency, focus, and discipline, The secret is not just understanding the strategies, but putting them into practice every day with quick and assertive actions. Remember that true wealth comes from building assets, not accumulating liabilities. Your time is now. If you start applying these concepts, by the end of 6 months, you'll see the difference in your financial life. But more importantly, you will feel empowered. What once seemed impossible will now be a reality within your reach. The path to financial freedom requires courage, but you have what it takes. Don't wait for a perfect opportunity, because the opportunity is already here. It's time to act now, start building your assets, and secure a solid future. So, look at your journey with confidence. Remember that you are building something solid and lasting. You are not just seeking temporary wealth, but permanent financial freedom. You are on the right path, and with every step you take, the vision of a financially free and independent life becomes clearer. The journey is not easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. Perhaps you felt lost or unmotivated in the past, but now you have the key to unlocking a prosperous future. Think about this. What you do today, right now, will build your tomorrow. Every financial decision, every small effort you make to learn more, invest intelligently, and build your assets will accumulate and yield results over time. Don't underestimate the power of small steps. Success is the result of consistent and committed actions. It's normal to feel that the journey is long, but remember that the greatest successes start with a simple step. If you decide to act today, tomorrow you will be surprised by how much you've already advanced. Every time you apply one of Kiyosaki's pieces of advice, you are shaping the financial future of your dreams. The wealth mindset isn't just about numbers in a bank account. It's about how you think, how you act, and how you position yourself in front of opportunities. True wealth lies in transforming your mindset. By adopting this mentality of creating assets, generating cash flow, and making your money work for you, you begin to transform not just your bank account, but your life. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity or the right moment. The time is now, and every second you hesitate is a second that the opportunity to transform your financial life becomes more distant. You have the power to change your story. It doesn't matter where you are now. What matters is where you want to go and the actions you'll take to get there. The mere fact that you're here, absorbing this information, is already a sign that you're more prepared than most people. Nothing will happen if you don't act. An action doesn't need to be grand or complex. It can simply be deciding to take the first step. Every small action you take now will create a solid foundation for the financial future you desire. The secret is consistency. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep moving forward. Think about the greatest entrepreneurs, investors, and successful people you admire. What do they have in common? They didn't stop. They started with a clear goal, took quick action, learned along the way, and adjusted their strategies when necessary. But the most important thing is that they never gave up. What separates you from others is not talent, it's not luck, it's your determination. If you act, learn from your mistakes, and continue adjusting your path, you will get to where you want to go. The key is not giving up, even when things get tough. Challenges are part of the process, and they are what make you grow and learn. Now think about what you want to achieve in the coming years. Visualize it clearly. Where do you want to be? What is the financial life you want for yourself and your family? Now make that a reality. The opportunities are before you, and the actions you take today will define your tomorrow. You have the power to change your financial life. Don't let fear or doubts hold you back. You have everything you need to succeed. The moment to start is now. I know it may seem difficult, especially when the financial landscape isn't favorable. Many people around you are facing challenges, and you may even feel lost or directionless. But I want you to hear this clearly. Even in a crisis, you have the power to change your story. The crisis doesn't define who you are, but what you do in front of it does. The greatest successes in history didn't come during easy times. They emerged in the midst of adversity, when everything seemed impossible, when the pressure was high, and when the obstacles seemed insurmountable. It's precisely in moments like these that the greatest opportunities for transformation appear. The crisis is just a starting point, not the end of your journey. You are not alone. Many people have faced financial struggles, times of uncertainty and crises, but they didn't let that dictate their destiny. They made decisions and took courageous steps, such as investing in their knowledge, creating new assets, and acting quickly. No matter how tough the situation is, what matters is where you choose to invest your energy and focus now. The crisis could be the perfect opportunity to change the direction of your financial life. When everything around you seems unstable, it's the ideal moment to invest in real assets, in what will truly guarantee a secure future. Instead of waiting for the situation to improve on its own, take concrete actions to improve your life, even if small. Every step, every effort you make now will bring you closer to financial freedom. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing to take the first step, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward, even when the path seems hard. The crisis will pass, and what will remain is your commitment to your financial future. Don't let the crisis define who you are. You have the power to write your own story, and it can be a story of overcoming, learning, and above all, transformation. So, don't wait for a perfect moment. Start now. Transform your mindset and your financial reality, and in a while, you'll look back and be proud to have taken control of your life, even through difficulties. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who also needs to hear it. Sometimes all someone needs is a little nudge to realize that even through difficulties, it's possible to change their story and achieve financial freedom. You're not alone on this journey. And who knows, this message might be the turning point for someone close to you. Share and inspire someone else to act now, to transform their life, and to write a new story of success. The future begins today, and you can be the difference in someone's life.